What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shauna and I am a recovering addict. I have been sober since September 27th, 2016, and today we are going to be reviewing the Wet n Wild and PacMan collection. I did pick up two of the gift sets, so if you want to see how I created this look and what I think of these items, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, so as you heard in the intro, we are going to be doing a review of the Wet n Wild and PacMan collection. I'm very excited. My son is obsessed with PacMan, so when I saw this come out, I'm like, oh, I have to get it. And I used him as an excuse. I did not need this by any means. I did pick up most of the collection. The only thing I'm missing are the nail polishes and the lip kit. But anyway, I picked up this kit. This is called the Shine Kit, and it retails for $18.99. But if you want to buy these things individually, you can. The eyeshadow palette retails for $9.99. The brush retails for $7.99. And these are actually like blush palettes. It's like a highlighter and blush duo palette. And those retail for $9.99. And then I also picked up the powder kit, which retails for $19.99 as a kit. Or again, you can buy these individually. The blush palette is $9.99. These are bronzer palettes, and those are $6.99, and this powder brush is $8.99. I'm going to go into this palette. First of all, how cute is this packaging? The name of the palette is Game Over Color Palette, and it has the standard PacMan grid, PacMan chasing some ghosts, and here is the color story. We have all the ghost colors, so we have the reddish one. It's kind of like orangey red. It's a red orange, the blue one, the pink one, and the standard orange one, and then of course yellow PacMan. I don't know what that one's supposed to be, but anyway, I really like the color story. I will do some swatches for you guys. I'm not going to put on any primer. I'm just going to do some dry swatches. Just off the bat, feeling them, they feel really good. So here is, make sure you guys can see. This is the pink color. That goes on really well. The purple. The metallic orange. It's a little bit of a shift in there. I don't know if you guys can see it. And then the brown. This is the light blue color. It's kind of like a minty turquoise blue. Do a better one there. There we go. There is the yellow. It's a pretty nice yellow. It's a little lighter than I thought it would be compared to what's in the pan. There is the reddish orange. There is the dark blue. And then here is the metallic, like the lightest inner corner highlight shade. This is their eyeshadow brush. There's dust on it. Can you guys see that? I hope that's just dust. That's weird. 'Cause yeah, I haven't even used it, so I'm hoping it's just dust. Yeah, anyway. It feels firm. It feels a little rough, but we'll see when it's on the eye. But what I like about it is it has that like glitter stuff in it. And the yellow ones are actually little PacMan. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but they actually have like a little triangle cut out of them to make PacMan. So I'm going to take this brush and I am going to go into the purple shade here and just pack that into my crease. It picks up pretty nicely. The payoff is really good. It's exactly the color that it was in the pan. So this one is nice. Okay, that was good. Next, I'm going to take this Sonia Kashuk blending crease brush, and I'm going to go in with this pink shade. Also coats the brush nicely. And I'm just going to blend that into the purple. They blend well, it's not leaving a harsh line. Next, I'm going to take my Morphe M433 blending brush, and I am going to go in with this yellow PacMan color. Also coats the brush nicely. And I'm just going to blend that into the pink. Because I want to get an orange color. We'll see if it blends to make that. It does, but it looks a little muddy. Oh, it looks fine to you guys, just in person. Like, up close, it looks muddy. The yellow's not my favorite. I'm wondering if it's just with how bright the pink is. It has something probably to do with the undertone of why it's not mixing with the yellow, because it's swatched really nice. So yeah, I'm not sure on the yellow. So I'm going to cut my crease with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 02. Now that my crease is cut, I'm going to go in with this metallic orange shade. I did use a dry brush, but I think I'm not getting any of the metallic, so I'm going to go ahead and wet it. This is just a Wet n Wild setting spray. Okay, I am having a bit of difficulty getting this to pack on, and it doesn't really like to pick up on the brush. It looks coated. Come on, focus. Here we go. But I have to like dig in there a bit, and I'm not getting the metallic look that I wanted. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. It's a little bit there, but not much. So I think for the first half of the eye, I'll go in with this shade here. And then the white metallic is so creamy, and like there is some kickback in the pan, which I don't care because it's metallic, so it's chunkier. Yeah, that one, I mean, look at how much that coated the brush compared to the orange one. And again, this brush is dry. See? Look at that. Oh, I bet that's a pretty highlighter shade if you're into really glittery highlights. That's what I wanted from the orange one, and it's just not giving me that. So this metallic is beautiful. And that's with a dry brush. Well, you know what I mean. I wet it and then I used it, so it's kind of dry. Alright, then I'm going to take a Morphe M213. I'm going to take that purple shade and go into the lower lash line here and connect it to the purple up top. That is one of the best purples I've worked with. We'll see how it performs on the other eye, but so far it's not patchy or anything. Then I'm going to take this Color Revolution brush and go into the pink shade and do the same thing, but kind of blend it into the purple and connect it to up here. I'm going to try to go in with that yellow and blend that in. How does it look on camera? It looks oranger on camera than it does in person when it's blended together. It could be the beauty lights kind of messing with me, so to me it looks muddy, but at least from what I can see, it doesn't look terrible on camera. So I'm going to turn the camera off, do the other eye, and come back, and then like I'll put on my foundation and everything, and then we can get into the face palette. Okay guys, I'm back. As you can see, I put something in the waterline. I used this Wet n Wild white pencil. I also added lashes, and for that I used the Boss Lash Company. I have no idea what style they are because I won them in a giveaway. I did add that metallic-y this one here, shade to the inner corner as well as in the brow bone highlight. I did just want to show you, it does get a little bit messy. You can see around the yellow and around that silvery one right there. The pink and the purple were fine, and then this one is a little chunky too. So if that bothers you, I don't know. We'll go over my final thoughts though at the end of the video. But I did also put on my foundation, which for that I used the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundation. It's actually one of my favorites. For mascara, I used the Steak mascara, which we got in June's BoxyCharm. And for concealer, I used the ColourPop concealer, again in the shade Fair 02. But let's move on to the face. So since I have these palette things as well as a face palette, I think what I'm going to do is try to contour with this color here on both sides. So we'll start with that. So let's contour with this. This is the only matte shade. The rest of them are shimmery. So we'll contour with this one here. Okay. Yep, that's not gonna work. It's definitely too warm. So it's definitely a matte bronzer, so we'll try to bronze with it. So we'll switch to my Milk Chocolate Too Faced bronzer. And what I want to do is, since I have these bronzing palettes, I'm going to use the bronzing shade in the palette on this side and then the palettes on the other side. That's nice. I don't know if it translates on camera well, but I like that. That's a good combination together. To do the other side with the bronze, it did come sealed. I had this on it, and then it has this sponge in here, and that is what those look like. This is my normal bronzing brush, so I'm just gonna, wow, that coated the brush. Let's see. Oh, wow. It's very metallic, so now I look like I have dirt on my face. Yeah, so you don't need to stamp in there that much. We will be veiling that out. Oh my god, that looks so bad. Oh, jeez. It looks so much better in the mirror, but y'all can still see it in the camera. Oh, it's a little bit better. Okay, well, when I take my pictures tonight for this, we will not show that side. Not today. Okay. For blush, both of these are very metallic. This one has like a gold shift to it, and this one is just a pinky, but there's not as much metallic in it. So I think I'm going to mix these two, and I'm kind of going to do the same thing where on one side, on this side I'm going to use the blush, and on the other side I'm going to use the palettes, and we will not go in as hard because I'm not taking that chance. So yeah, I hate metallic blush. I didn't put on a primer because I'm filming super late at night. I don't like to waste product. Like, I'm literally filming this and I'm gonna wash it off. So I don't like to waste my primer for that. And because it's metallic, it's just emphasizing the pore. It's pretty. I'm just not the biggest fan, and I think it's from the more metallic shade. Let's swatch these and see. Yeah, it's definitely from the more metallic shade. But anyway, here is bronzing shade. Okay, and I don't know if this one is a blush or a highlight, so I'll swatch that one real fast. I think it could be either or. It might be too dark for me to highlight, but we will give it a shot. But anyway, let's go into the other side with these palettes. Again, it has that same protection shield. Ugh, come on, there we go. And the sponge thing covering it, just based on that, it's going to be very pigmented. But these are the Blush Power Palettes. So I will go in with this brush again, and I'm just going to pop it in once. Okay, these are metallic too, but I'm not hating this one as much. I still don't really care for metallic blush. Okay, so for highlight, I will try this shade in the blush palette, this one here, and we'll see if it's too dark or not. Just gonna go in lightly. I think it's okay. It's really hard to tell with how metallic everything else is. Just for fun, I'm gonna go in with an actual, like, called a highlighter from Wet n Wild. On the other side, I just want to see. Do we notice a difference in highlight? I think I do. This side looks wet, and this side is definitely like that metallic highlight. I actually don't mind both. So yeah, I don't mind both. Or I don't mind either. Just to see how it would look, I'm gonna put this on my nose highlight. You do not need a lot. Like, I swirled this twice and it picks up so much. And then a shit ton came off just tapping it off, but yeah, this is a cute highlight if you want a wet looking highlight. And then this brush is very, very soft. I do really, really like it. It picks up product, as you saw, amazingly well. No issues with this brush. So I didn't talk about that earlier. Okay, next we just need to do lips. Everything else is done. I got a bunch of new lips from my mystery box. So let's go in with Diva from Jeffree Cosmetics. Okay, now that my lips are all dry, let's go over the Wet n Wild and PacMan collection and my final thoughts. So, the eyeshadow palette. We used the pink, purple, orange metallic, yellow, and silver metallic shade. I loved the pink, purple, and silver metallic, even though this is a little messy. You can actually see the metallic. It's beautiful. These two blended really, really well together. Reminds me a lot of, like, this whole row right here reminds me so much of the Alyssa Edwards palette with Anastasia Beverly Hills, and then just these two here remind me a lot of the Riviera palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So if you're on a budget, this might be a pretty good dupe if you're just looking for these pink and purple shades. The yellow is okay. It's not as vibrant as it looks in the pan, but I know yellows take building up, and this is the only shade we used today that I do not like. These other ones swatched really, really beautifully. Unfortunately, we didn't get to use them today, but I will make sure to use them in probably not a future video, but in a future look, because I do want to get as much use out of this palette as I can. The eye brush that came with it, really liked. It reminds me a lot of the packing end of an Anastasia Beverly Hills packing brush. So it's a little bit wider, but other than that, it's very similar. And it packed the pigment on really well right into my crease area. So really liked that. It's firm, so like it doesn't spread the pigment everywhere in terms of like blending it out. It just packs it on really well. Next, the blush pearls. Not a fan. Like I said, the whole kit was $18.99, and when I was shopping for it, what I really wanted were the brushes. I mean, I wanted everything else too, but I really wanted the brushes, but the eyeshadow brush was sold out, so I had to get the kit. And so the Shine kit was $18.99. The palette in the kit sold separately would be $10 or $9.99, and the brush would be $8, so I pretty much got this for free, so I'm not mad about it. Moving on to the face palette. I really like this bronzing shade as a bronzer. I really like it as a nose contour. This shade, I'm pretty sure I really like. This one I probably will not use. This is a pretty highlight shade. It looks wet. It's not blinding. It just, like, you can tell there's something there. Like, it looks wet, it looks nice, whereas over here it's like strobe light. So this I actually do enjoy. I will get use out of it. I love face palettes. I do really like this brush. It's nice and soft, it's fluffy, it picks up the pigment well, and it's cute. There's confetti in it. The bronzing palettes, I don't mind, except for they're a bit too dark for me, I think. So the current bronzer I'm normally using is metallic, so I don't even care that it's metallic. And it could just be that I went in really heavy. I'm going to have to play with it again and see how I feel about it. But I like these better than I like the blush ones. I feel like this is just too much shimmer in an area I don't necessarily want the shimmer. In all, I would say that the Wet n Wild and PacMan collection are really good. It's fun. You're paying for the PacMan name. That's why it's more expensive than, like, you know, their Rebel Rose collection or their Crystal Cavern collection. You know, you're paying for the licensing of the name. I really like the brushes. Yeah, the only thing I would really get rid of is the blush palettes and maybe the bronzing palettes. Like, I just don't care. But these are good. I may not use every single shade in here, but that's fine. You know, I could always do my sister's makeup. She actually has a darker skin tone than I do. So yeah, this is the final look, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Do you like the products? Are you going to purchase these products? You know, did I dislike something that you liked, or vice versa? You know, did I like something that you were like, ooh, don't ever put that on again? Yeah, let me know down below. So as always, please follow me on all social media. I am at Recovered Feminist on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. Oh, that's so ancient. But yes, I have a business page on Facebook. If you want to join me over there, I would love to have you. And I do have an email listed down below in the description box if you have any questions about, you know, the products I'm using, or if you have an addiction question and you don't want to bring it up because we didn't talk about an addiction topic today. My emails are always open, especially for my people struggling with addiction. I would love to hear from you. Maybe help you out a little bit. Before you leave, if you could please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you can be notified every time I upload. I am uploading consistently right now, weekly, so hopefully that continues. But you know, life happens. But as always, guys, I love you very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!